Hello everyone, this is the last lecture of acids, bases and salts, and in this lecture we are going to discuss the preparation of salts with the help of a few examples in details. So we will start with the preparation of ferric chloride. As you can see in diagram, the ferric chloride is prepared by direct combination reaction where iron and chlorine reacts to form FeCl3. So the process starts by passing chlorine gas to concentrated H2SO4. The purpose is to dry the chlorine gas. The dry chlorine gas is then passed to combustion tube where iron is kept in the form of powder and the combustion tube is heated where the reaction takes place between iron and chlorine and ferric chloride is formed. Since ferric chloride is a volatile substance, it is vaporized and the vapor of ferric chloride swept away due to the current of chlorine gas. The mixture of ferric chloride and chlorine gas enters the receiving flask. The receiving flask is cooled by a freezing mixture, due to which the vapor of ferric chloride is condensed in the flask. Some amount of chlorine gas which is present in it exits out of the receiver. The anhydrous calcium chloride is used to prevent the entry of moisture inside the receiving flask because of the capacity of calcium chloride to absorb the moisture, which protects the ferric chloride from the moisture as ferric chloride is highly deliquescent. So this is the preparation of ferric chloride. Next topic is preparation of lead chloride. Lead chloride can be prepared by reaction of lead nitrate and sodium chloride. To prepare lead chloride, first we take a solution of lead nitrate and add a sodium chloride solution in it from other beaker. It results in the formation of a white precipitate. The precipitate is separated with the help of a filter paper and it is washed many times with cold water. The residue obtained is then transferred to an evaporating dish and dissolved in a minimum amount of hot water, as lead chloride is soluble in hot water only and insoluble in cold water. Evaporating dish is heated for some time. The solution is then cooled and after some time needle-shaped crystals of lead chloride are formed in the dish. The crystals of lead chloride are filtered and dried. The next topic is preparation of zinc sulfate. Zinc sulfate is prepared by displacement reaction in which zinc and sulfuric acid react to give zinc sulfate. To prepare zinc sulfate, first dilute sulfuric acid is taken in a beaker where granulated zinc pieces are added in it till no more dissolution takes place. The mixture is warmed and stirred with the help of a glass rod. Zinc sulfate solution is then filtered and collected in another beaker. The solution is then transferred to evaporating dish where it is evaporated till the crystallization appears. The dish is then cooled slowly. Needle-shaped crystals of hydrated zinc sulfate are obtained after some times. The crystals are then filtered, washed with water and dried with the help of hot air. The next topic is preparation of copper sulfate. Copper sulfate can be prepared by reaction of sulfuric acid with copper oxide or copper hydroxide or copper carbonate. The reaction is a neutralization reaction. To prepare copper sulfate, dilute sulfuric acid is taken in a beaker and heated slowly. Then copper oxide or copper hydroxide or copper carbonate is added to sulfuric acid in small quantity. it is stirred with a glass rod. Copper oxide, copper hydroxide or copper carbonate is added till no more of it is dissolved further. The solution of copper sulfate formed is then filtered and obtained in another beaker. The solution is then transferred to an evaporating dish where it is evaporated till crystallization appears. The solution is then cooled slowly. After some time, blue crystals of hydrated copper sulfate appear in the dish. These crystals are filtered and dried. Last topic is preparation of sodium sulfate. Sodium sulfate can be prepared by reaction of sulfuric acid with sodium hydroxide, which is also a neutralization reaction. The method used for the preparation of sodium sulfate is called titration. This method is used to determine endpoint. The endpoint of a reaction is the point at which an acid completely neutralizes the base. In this method, sodium hydroxide is taken in a conical flask and dilute sulfuric acid is taken in burette. A few drops of phenolphthalein are added to conical flask. The solution in the flask acquires a pink color as it is basic in nature. The sulfuric acid from the burette is added to the flask drop by drop. The flask is shaken continuously. The sulfuric acid is added till the pink color of the solution disappears. Disappearance of pink color indicates the neutralization of sodium hydroxide, which shows that the reaction is completed. The solution of sodium sulfate is formed in the reaction. This solution is transferred to an evaporating dish and the solution is evaporated till the crystallization appears. The evaporating dish is then cooled slowly. After some time, the colorless crystals of hydrated sodium sulfate appear in the dish. These crystals are filtered and dried. So, these are a few examples of the preparation of various salts with the help of various methods. So, this is the end of the lecture. If you have any queries, you can ask your questions in the comments. Thank you very much.